Hey y'all, welcome back. So I did not want to make this video at first. I really didn't. I felt like procrastinating and not doing shit. But then that's actually where I feel like the topic came from because I didn't know what the hell I would make today. I really didn't. But ironically, I feel like that's where the topic came from. So in this video, I'm basically just going to be talking about how change occurs because I feel like this is something that people don't. I feel like it's really just something that people a lot of times overcomplicate, especially like with the bullshit of social media now. I'm sure y'all done probably seen the little Ashton Hall bullshit ass morning routine, but anyway, just the bullshit of how people overcomplicate things. And when I say you overcomplicate things, I mean in the sense of it's great to have big goals. Like, I'm not telling you not to have a big goal. I'm not telling you not to have a 10x goal from y'all know the nigga who wrote the 10x book. Anyway, I'm not telling you not to have a big goal. Like, I'm not saying that if you want to make more money, and let's just say, for example, right now you are only making $30,000, right? I'm not telling you not to go out and say, you know what, man, this year I'm going to learn a skill to triple my income to where I'm making $90,000 instead of 30,000. That's not what I'm telling you not to do. But what I want to tell you is that it starts with a single step. And I know that some of you are probably listening and you're thinking like, yeah, no shit, dumbass. It starts with a single step. But no, actually let it sink in. It starts with a single step because I feel like majority of people, and even me, I've fallen victim to this. You see a goal or you see something that you want to do, or you see something like, for example, let's say learning a new language, or yeah, let's go with learning a new language. You see that, and then again, with the way that we have cell phones today, you turn around and you maybe research how to do it. So now you come across this video, or you come across this video, and the video is explaining to you, hey, do Duolingo, do go get flashcards, go get this. So okay, maybe you're looking at the plan to go do the shit, or the plan or the little app or subscription, and you're thinking, damn, I can't afford a $50 subscription right now. Ah, man, all right, I'm gonna have to wait till next payday. So then, you wait till next payday, you finally get the app, and then after finally getting the app, you see another video that says, well, to make this go by faster, go get the flashcards. Okay, so you kind of pick up the app one or two times that week, but then you got to wait till your next payday and you go get the flashcards. So after now getting the flashcards, you play with the flashcards a little bit, you're going through it, you're picking it up, you're doing it here and there. And then you see another video that says the best way to learn it is just to go get one-on-one training with the person who actually speaks the language. So now you save up a couple of more weeks of paychecks and you now go do that. You now have the money and you go actually do the course or you go do the one-on-one training. Turns out you don't really click with the trainer like how you thought you would. So you end up only doing one session. So follow me because I know it's going all over the place. And now that I think about it, there are some better examples that I could have used, like especially like with people like taking certifications and like going to school or like trying to learn other skills like coding. But I'm just using the language because that's the first thing that came to my head. So now if we kind of think about it, you waited to go get paid to go get the app. Then after waiting to go get paid to go get the app, you then turned around and you waited another week for the flashcard. So that's 2 weeks. Then you go even further and you were barely touching it like how you said you would touch it. and you turn around because you didn't build a good habit for it and you didn't actually build a good routine of it, you then turn around and you paid for a fucking trainer or coaching, one-on-one coaching or whatever, and you just spent this money doing that. That was another, because you had to go work to go get the money. So that was another, let's just say 3 weeks. So, and all in all, it's been about a month and a week now. So you've done all this bullshit and you still haven't gotten anything further to the goals because you've been sitting here overthinking, thinking that you need every single tool to start, thinking that you need this thing to try to help captivate yourself and do this. But you probably would have gotten there quicker if you just had to took one single step. And when I say one single step, I mean getting whatever free resource that you have at the moment and then starting. That's how you could have gotten to the goal quicker because you would have bumped your head and then you would have learned along the way as you were going through, but you would have built up momentum as you were doing it. You would have built up a habit and you would have naturally gotten better before you even got in the application because you started to build up a habit of doing it. So it's all more so about like the repetition and just taking a single step. That's what I mean about getting into it. And I know that some of you, if you're probably listening and you're thinking like, well, of course, I've read Atomic Habits, I've done this, I've done that. No, the fuck you haven't. You probably didn't. Or even if you did, you probably still missed the whole point of the goddamn book or the whole point of all these goddamn lectures, and you didn't take a single fucking step. I say this because I really feel like in today's time, a lot of people, and even myself included, and just in general, with the way that you can doom scroll on your phone and with the way that you can go look up all these other things and go do, they call it mental masturbation, the way that you can go read all these books on it and shit, you don't actually ever take a single step with starting something because just by taking the time out to try to do something, you create a new neural pathway in your brain. So by creating that new neural pathway, you basically now rewire your brain to think in a different light. So let's say, for example, if you're just trying to take a single step and you're just bad at reading and you want to build a habit of reading more, I wouldn't tell you to go to Barnes and Nobles every weekend. Don't get me wrong. I love going to the bookstore. I think they've got some great things there. I love audiobooks. If you could check my just throughout the past couple of years of my audiobook app on my iPhone, that their version of audiobooks, you would see how many books I've listened to the Audible version. You could see if you could turn over, you could see my bookcase and see how many goddamn books I've got over there. I like reading, I like listening to books. But my point is that if you are a person and maybe you're trying to build the habit of reading and reading stamina and whatnot, the best thing to do is literally starting with one single step. It may have to be embarrassing for you and may even be humbling, but it's just reading one goddamn page a day because that's probably something that you can stick to. And that's probably something to where you can build a momentum in. So find whatever that is in your life and just read one goddamn page a day. You don't have to keep up with all these motherfuckers on social media telling you, oh, well, I wake up at 4 a.m. and I go to the gym. No, the fuck they don't. Motherfuckers taking steroids. They probably don't do all that bullshit like how they telling you they do it. They don't do that shit. They don't. So your one single step may just be going to the gym once a week, 2 times a week. I'm not going to tell you to do a goddamn 5 time a week bodybuilding routine. But fuck, you just trying to get your legs once or twice a week. If you're just trying to build momentum into reading one page a day, you can do one page a day. The point is that it will start to build up those habits and it will start to build up those neural pathways in your brain. That's the important part. Because eventually, when you build a good foundation and you start to build something great on top of that foundation, you will then turn around and you will have something that lasts throughout the test of time. So, my answer, or not answer, but my thing of what I'm just trying to tell you is one single step. That's all you have to do. And just keep taking that single step. That's all you got to do. One single step, one single day, and just treat every day like a different battle, like a new battle, regardless of what went on. You just got to win the battle for today. You just got to wake up and attack the day. You just have to wake up and get that goal out the way. So that's it. And sometimes you may have to even break it down just moment by moment. That was one of the ways where I was starting to get clean, what I would do. Just make it through today and then reset tomorrow. Not relapse, but reset. Like, just reset. Just make it to today. But that's what I want you to do. And when you do that and you start to unplug from social media and you're just taking those one step a day and you're moving towards it, eventually you'll get to that tipping point. Eventually you'll get to the point where everything you did compounded. So maybe if you living in your mama's basement and, you know, eventually, if you're putting that one single step towards moving out and you want to move out to a much nicer place, maybe that one single step for you looks like applying to a bunch of different jobs every day. Maybe that one single step looks like for you learning new skills while you're applying to jobs. Maybe that's what it looks like. But eventually, if you've taken enough steps, you'll be able to turn around and see how far you've came. Now, I'm not going to keep rephrasing this. At the end of the day, you do whatever the fuck you want. I was just putting here to put my message and say, hey, motherfucker, you was warned. So you do what the fuck you want. But for my real people out there and you're doing what you're doing, keep taking those single steps. I'm proud of you. All right. I'm going to go because I've been running my mouth too much. All right. Bye.